Hello, it's Deanna Ford here, speaker and author of the book Command the Stage, and I want to help you command the stage, whatever kind of stage you may find yourself on. Could be online, could be in person, might be online these days though. And I am doing 10 tips over 10 days. Today is tip number 2 to help you with presentations using slides. And this could be whether you are doing live in-person slides with them beside you, if you actually are in a situation like that, or you're doing them online. And this tip comes out of I was reminded of it out of my own experience recently when I was watching someone's training program. And so this was a recorded video they had done, but it could be even if you're doing a live presentation. This person was using slides, voice over the slides, and that's fine. But they switched to a new slide. And on that slide had 4 or 5 points, quite long sentences, and I began reading down through these points. They suddenly appeared, so I started reading them. Now, this person that was doing the presentation was still talking, but my focus was glued to reading all of this text. I read through them, I got to the last one, I started to listen to the speaker, the trainer, but then I was confused because I was listening and what this trainer was saying didn't seem to have anything to do with what I had read on the screen. I was confused by that. And then I realized the trainer was still talking about the very first bullet point. My tip for you today is, at the very least, if you're going to bring all of your bullet points out in one moment on a slide, that they be very, very short. But better is that they come out one at a time. So when you switch to a new slide, there is one bullet point on that slide, and you speak about that bullet point, and when you're done, that's when you bring the next one out. And then you speak about it. When you're finished with that one, then you can bring out the next one. To do it one step better, you could actually have one slide, one point, talk about it, new slide, new point, talk about it. So where you might have had a slide with 5 or 6 bullet points, they become 5 or 6 or 2 or 3, whatever your number of bullet points is, individual slides. We can read or we can listen. I'm not sure how many people can do both. Perhaps people who lean to the oral pull may be able to listen more and kind of ignore what suddenly showed up on the screen. But I know in my case, and I know lots of folks like me, I was drawn. Something changed. My eye went to it, and it stayed there till I was done with what was on the screen. So we can read or we can listen. And you want the attention of the person listening to you, watching your material, to stay with you. If you keep talking, you want them to listen to you. So don't distract them with other information that's irrelevant until you're ready to actually talk about it. It's irrelevant until then. Don't bring it out. And you have that power in the form of these slides that you create. And one way I do it is I might create the slide with all my points on it. But then when I go to do the presentation, I will have spread that out over multiple slides. It's a bit more work, but you'll keep the focus of your viewer, the person watching and listening to you. I hope this tip is helpful. It was, like I said, it came out of a recent experience. I decided to write about it and share it with my email list. And if you like tips like this, I send out tips like this and others regularly. So I'll put a link down below and you can drop your name in and you'll get on my list and I'll send out tips to you too. Again, this is Deanna Ford, 10 tips in 10 days. This is tip number 2. And I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave a comment in the comments below and let me know, did you already know this? Maybe you're like, yeah, Deanna, I already know this. Or maybe this is new. Please let me know. If you have any other questions, I haven't nailed down all my tips. I've got lots of ideas, but I haven't nailed down which ones I want to pick. If you've got something that you would like to know about, ask, and I will see if I can work it in. And that would be fantastic. Other than that, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow for tip number 3. Have a great day. Cheers.